Hello, everyone. Welcome to Open Minds to Open Hands podcast, raw, authentic, and uncut version of our live stream. Today, I have a magical guest. But
Hello.
before I'm going to introduce her, I would like to just take a moment to really tune in and give you a couple of questions you can answer in your own time. What if a very thing that broke you was the thing designed to birth you? Today, guest survived the most people only whisper about, and now she helps others to rise. This is Open Minds to Open Hand podcast, and this conversation will stay with you today, I can assure you. So, welcome, beautiful Jemma. I would like to introduce her as a hypnotherapist, as a healer, and a survivor. She walked through fire and through darkness and through the moments where most people would given up, and she chose to turn her pain into purpose. And now today she's rewired her own thoughts, releasing her emotions, and to able to help others to rise and come back to the true self. Today is conversation, an unforgettable conversation with Gemma. Gemma, welcome to our podcast. How are you doing today?
Hello. Oh, thank you so much. Those are such kind words as well. Thank you so much. That's overwhelming to hear that, but thank you. Yeah, I'm doing okay today. Life is still mental, but I am here and that's all that matters.
Well, we love to have you here. Love to have you here. And this is a
Thank you.
celebration because this is your first time on our show. So we're going to talk about your story. Your story is so uplifting. When we had a chat, my heart was actually melted and really cheering for you. And I was, you know, blown away how strong you are. You pull together everything and you live from strength to power to overcome your situation. And this is the
Thank
place
you.
where you can share your story. This is a place where you can inspire other people and give that hope what they're looking for. So
Thank
tell
you.
us the breaking point. What was that moment where you told your old version you couldn't survive anymore, and what was that life cracking moment which is open you so widely?
I think there's been a lot of moments over this past 4 years, but a big moment was probably when I was actually having a more settled day and things weren't so chaotic. But then I was sitting on a bus with my daughter and we were going to Edinburgh, and the bus was fine, everything was fine. But I started to think about the things that had happened like the day before, the month before. I started to relive things and started going, oh, this happened, and oh my God, I can't believe. And then I started to have like a really bad panic attack. But I had this like out of body experience where I thought to myself, I am sitting on a bus and I am safe right now. Nothing has happened to me. But I had a physiological sorry to like ecological thoughts. And that just blew my mind because I thought to myself, I've just did this to myself right now. And I was able to say, I'm safe, I'm fine, everything's okay. And I managed to pull myself out of it. So for me, that was one of my big moments of like, wait a minute, there is so much power inside me, inside my thoughts to deal with everything that's going on. Because everything that's gone on in my life has been a lot to do with like other people and other people's stuff that I'm constantly having to manage. So if I can look after myself though, like that on the bus, instead of having a full panic attack and completely losing it that day, I was able to then go on to have a good day with my daughter and enjoy the rest of the day. So yeah, that was probably one of my biggest like breakthroughs in this experience of the power of my thoughts and the power of my mind. And that's what led me on to look into people like Marissa Peer and people who do a lot of power thoughts things. So yeah, it was my huge moment.
Well, thank you for sharing that. That is huge. That is huge. And everybody who's listening today, it is no coincidence you click this button. It's no coincidence you tap into our podcast today, because this story, what we are sharing, it is real. It is happening in real life and real time. And the stories, what we share on this podcast, is to give you some tools, to give you that hope what you're looking for. If you resonate or if you're feeling the same way, you are trapped. These are the stories what can give you hope to keep going. And I love that what you said, the power of thoughts, because
Yeah.
a healing began when you discover how powerful your thoughts is truly are. For the woman listening right now who feels trapped in their own mind, what is the one thing, the comfort, what you can give them?
I think it's just starting right back at the basics. For me, in my times before, I found like all my thoughts were overwhelming. Everything was, my mind was so overwhelmed with like the chaos that was going around me. I was absorbing all that as well. So I think I pulled it back to literally just simple things like counting when I was walking. So when I'm going along the road or I'm walking somewhere or anything, or the minute my mind starts, I just started counting. And I sometimes, this sounds crazy, but I would count up to like 700. Like, and then that way I'm like stopping that circuit of the loop of thoughts. And another great one that I started to do as well was thinking about saying to my own self, what am I going to think about next? And the minute that I became like a watcher of my thoughts rather than like a consumer of my thoughts. So if I thought about something awful, I would maybe let it be there for a minute, but then say, like, what am I going to think about next? And then my brain just went blank, like completely blank. Even if it was just for 2 seconds, that was enough to then break the circuit again. And then I could say, right, even if I just think even if my next thought is just a little bit better, just a little bit of a feel good thought, it doesn't have to be that everything's amazing, because my reality is in my life as well, everything is not amazing. It's extremely challenging. But just thinking about the next best thing rather than trying to strive for I'm going to wake up and all of a sudden I'm going to be this 5 a.m. girl that goes and does all these things. I'm not going to be any of that. So, but I can be slightly in a better mindset than 10 minutes ago, do you know?
Oh,
Um, yeah,
that's wonderful. So from survivor to healing mode, basically you're switching, and you're gonna have the shift. What we're gonna talk
yeah,
about in a minute as well.
yeah.
How amazing is that? You are so strong, Gemma.
Thank you.
So the secret turning point when your pain stops, and your pain become your purpose, and what is that what guide you through the healing. What is the first uh, thought? What is the first feeling when you sit across the things what you are going through? How you can describe that to our listeners?
I think the situation that I'm in, and I can't share loads about it for my own family and myself and everything, but I think it's like, it's hopelessness, it's despair, it's really like, it's a situation has happened to myself and my family that I never thought would happen. And it's been, um, yeah, sometimes when that hits you or you're in in the moment of a situation, it is real despair. It's really, really fight or flight, like that zone of adrenaline rush, fight or flight. What do we do? How do I deal with this? And sometimes what's been strange is sometimes those moments are, you deal with them because the adrenaline comes and you just have to go into like, right, this has to be dealt with today. This will have to figure out what to do here. And then what happened to me was when things became a little bit quieter, or, things just got a little bit better, that's actually when the really low feeling, the despair, the hopelessness, it was like if it was silent, or if it was like, oh, everything's okay, I can relax. It's like, I don't know how to relax now because my brain was so wired to want to be like, what, on that sort of hyper vigilant state. So learning how to find peace and relax, and say like it's okay to be relaxed right now. That's been a huge part of surviving this, because my nervous system needed a break. And I also need to be able to show up for my kids. I need to be able to show them that I couldn't break down. Everyone else's, I can't break down, because what happens then? So that whole thing about creating some kind of safety within my nervous system, even though the external is not safe, that's been a huge thing for me. And hopefully, if anybody else is experiencing that, knowing to put yourself first is okay, and put your thoughts first and all of that, that is 100% okay to do.
Wow. Yes. We often forget to put ourselves first. And especially when you're a mom, you have that covering instinct to help and protect your children. I know the feeling. I'm a mom as myself, and I know often we put others and firstly our kids first, and we
Yeah.
forget about ourselves. We forget about to be okay within, because if we are not okay, we're not able to take care everybody
Mm.
else. So that is so true, and I resonate with that 100%.
Yeah.
Wow, what a story. So inspiring. Gemma, you are in the right place, because, like I said, this is raw, uncut, and an authentic version of our live stream. We are live on Facebook, we are live on YouTube. Like I said, if you're watching today, it is no coincidence you're here. Something told you to be and tune in today with our show. And just like I said in the beginning, you can get inspiration, you can get that hope what you're looking for. If you're going through some similar situation, you can tap into these golden nuggets what Gemma is sharing, because there is hope. There is hope for everyone. You have an amazing business, and I want to talk about the Insight Healing Room, the hypnotherapy and Indian head massage, and those actually goes together, because they are all mind, body, and spirit. They're focusing on mind, body, and spirit. Can you share what exactly is happening in one of your sessions?
Yeah, so I just support people. I'm very new to this as well. So I'm trying to learn as I go, and just my own story, my own situation. I just felt inspired to help people, and it's helped me along the way as well, keeping going like that. So yeah, in the sessions we talk about come along with a problem. For me, when I got the hypnotherapy and I had did it with other students, a lot of it was about not feeling safe and having to be like that, having to be that responsibility on your shoulders. How do you deal with all that? So people can come with all sorts of problems, and then we work through. A lot of it as well is rewiring. What I love about the hypnotherapy is you don't need to go and revisit the trauma so much. You don't have to sit for hours speaking and speaking. You could just, yeah, yeah, you could just talk a little bit and say, I'm having this problem, and then we can work through how to rewire your subconscious mind. And I think tying in the Indian head massage was really to do with allowing people, when it's in their body as well, stored in their body afterwards. I just thought that might be a nice thing. But I've genuinely enjoyed giving an Indian head massage. I actually love doing that. So I've offered that to people just on its own as well. So um, yeah, it's kind of like you said, it's mind, body, and soul together. And I feel as well, I think one of the biggest things about hypnotherapy is I was able to empower myself. I couldn't really reach out to people in the state I was in. I didn't have the time, I didn't have the money, I didn't have the energy to sit with somebody for hours in a therapy room. And knowing that I can empower myself, that has probably been the biggest thing. And that's what I would hope to give to people is you could take what you learn about your mind and your mindset, and you can then use that in your own life and not have to rely on going to weekly therapy sessions, which I'm not bashing therapy at all. I think it's got the right place for everybody. But for me personally, this has just been what I have found the most useful. Yeah.
Well, thank you. Thank you for sharing that. And I agree 100%. Myself, as well as a clinical hypnotherapist, a positive mindset coach, and
Mm.
and all the tools what you actually shared with us, I implement them as well. And why I do it is because I would like to create more impact for others people alive. So it is amazing how people are, coming back and sharing their experience after our session or our therapy. It's completely life changing. So we create the
Yeah.
shift. I would like to take this moment to talk about my upcoming event, the shift. It's gonna be Sunday, 7th of June. And the reason I'm bringing this up because I'm going to be in Dundee and you are from Dundee,
Nice. Yeah.
and I'm going to talk about the shift, how you can create the real shift in your personal or your business life. And we met at this amazing well-being holistic expo in Dundee at Queen's Hotel, and I'm going back again June the 7th. So this is how we connected. This is how we get our string attached, and I'm so grateful because we're gonna do more collaborations
Yeah.
together. I'm looking forward to having workshops together, to put our expertise together and to really help and show a huge impact in others people's life. So I just wanted to shout out again to the Holistic Fair. If you're watching, Phil, thank you for this amazing event, what you're doing. If you would like to see me in person live, I'm going to do this amazing workshop. It's free. All you have to do is just a small entry fee to come in June the 7th, Dundee, Queen's Hotel.
Yeah.
I believe so. It's Queen's Hotel. Also, ladies and gentlemen, I have an amazing gift for everybody. All the details are going to be available in the comment section. So this gift is a 21-day journal where you can actually take away your old habits, what doesn't serve you any longer, and create new habits to develop you for a better version of yourself. So this extra gift for all of our beautiful viewers, all you got to do is just click the link in the comments and you will able to download it for free. How cool is that? How cool is that?
Beautiful. That is beautiful as well. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Mm.
And my book is coming out in October, The 22 Years of Silence. Give it out to my book coach, Sanat Van Brenda. She's the one who helped me to put together this amazing milestone in my life. I never wrote a book before. This is my first. So I'm so, so happy for that.
Brilliant. That's absolutely amazing. The cover is unbelievable. I'll have to give that a read for sure. That's
Thank
amazing.
Thank you, my dear. Yes, if you ever would like to, if you're watching and if you're looking to have your first book created, reach out to me and I will definitely guide you to the right person because a lot of people are not going to able to see the vision, what you are, what you do. And sometimes, when you're creating or writing a book, the authenticity and the realness has been taken away. And it's very important to talk with somebody and to be coached by somebody and to have a publisher who really sees your true image. And, I would like to give that option for everybody who's watching us as well.
Amazing. That's amazing.
So before we're gonna wrap up, Gemma, if somebody is watching today and they are in that mode, which it's they are in that darkness, in that situation of hopelessness, and they don't see the way out, they don't see the light of the tunnel. What is that one message you can tell them to keep going, to hold on?
I think the biggest message that I could maybe say is to come back to yourself as well if you can. When I created, I couldn't come back to myself because my mind was chaotic and I needed to come back to myself. So I think I do a lot of things now as well of going out to the woods, going into nature, I love in like sort of frequency things as well, you know, some drumming, listening to music, all of these things. But I found that I couldn't get to there easily at all because coming home to silence, trying to come home to find myself when here was so chaotic. But here can be rewired. It really, really can be. And in the morning before I wake up, well, I wake up, but as soon as I wake up, I listen to something inspiring, music, some kind of video. But I also talk to myself, and it sounds a bit crazy, but I say today is going to be a good day. Everything is safe today. I am okay. Like the words that follow, I am follow you about, and it's cheesy and as you know, all of that sounds, oh yeah, just say I'm this and that. Oh, I hear people say that I can't just do that. But if you stick to it and say, I am safe, I am okay, everything is working out for me, and really push that, you know, even though the the city I live in is really chaotic. The stuff is dark. The things are really hard, and you can get pulled down into it. But trying to find the light and keep the light and come back to yourself and focusing on everybody else and their problems can be easy to do because you could easily get sucked in, but it all starts internally. It starts with yourself. So hold on to yourself, come home to yourself, and keep trying to find the light through your thoughts. I think that's, if I could say it quickly, that's the most important thing, I think.
Like I said, it's no coincidence we are met. It's no coincidence you are here and tuning in or you're watching the replay because I prepared a personal mission statement. I am so keen to use the I am affirmations, positive thinking, power for inner strength, abundance, and anything it's possible.
Yeah.
Anything it's possible. It is not my idea. Is my amazing mentor, Dr. Mal Gill, and he allowed me to use the phrase "anything possible." So thank you, Mal, if you're watching. Probably you guys all know and you heard about the movie Secret. Well, he created the Meta Secret, the movie with Brock Proctor and so many other Jack Canfield and so many other legends. So if you have time, check the movie out. It's free. You can download it from YouTube. So the Meta Secret, it's amazing, and we have a book as well. So you can purchase that on Amazon. But today I would like to finish with this amazing affirmation, and I want you to repeat it after me. Are you guys ready? Anything is possible. I am infinite potential in motion. There are no limits, only the ones I choose to release. I believe in the impossible, act with courage, and turn dreams into reality. I'm here to create miracles, and I live fully and empowered. Wonderful.
Amazing.
Well, thank you so much for listening. Thank you for spending time with me this beautiful evening, Gemma. And we are looking forward to have you back. And we're gonna go deep. We're gonna go deep, and probably we can do a workshop some sorts on our live show. That would be amazing. Till then, guys, see you till next time. Bye
Thank
now.
you so much for having me. Bye.
Bye.